All right, folks, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone here. I posted a YouTube short that got 43 million views and 3 million likes and 30,000 comments. Fortunately, when you go viral on YouTube, the more viral you get, that's also the more hate that you will get. That's just how it goes. It's an unfortunate situation. This video got 30,000 comments. There was a huge amount of misinformation in the comments of the video, and I went and sifted through those comments and pulled out the most common ones, and I want to explain them. If you haven't seen the video, I have it linked in the description. It's also the pinned comment. But basically, it was just an interaction that I had with a farmer and his wife. I was charging in Springfield, Missouri, and as I was talking to the camera, they walked up off camera. So I sat the camera down, it was still recording. It happened to catch the conversation that we had. It was a very normal, civil conversation, and I actually had this same exact conversation probably about 5 times on this same trip, driving across the country from Arizona to Pittsburgh and back. The first thing I would like to address in this video is the cost of charging. And again, I'm assuming he was a farmer. I don't know. He might have been an accountant, okay? So I don't know. So my bad for making that assumption. If I were to bet, I'd say farmer, but who knows? Now, the first thing I'd like to address is when I said it was $10 to charge the car.
How much does it cost to charge that?
It would be about $10.
That charging session cost $10. I went through my history of superchargers I've gone to. I've gone to 218 separate supercharger sites. Some of those overlapped as being the same ones, but I've been to a supercharger 218 times. In that specific stop, I pulled 42 kilowatt hours of energy from the supercharger and put that into my car at a rate of 26 cents per kilowatt hour. Meaning that costs $10.92 for that specific charge up. Now, that got me to, I don't know exactly, I think in the video I said it got to me to around 200 miles of range. I don't know what I ended up, and I can't look at that, so it was approximately that much. Now, so many people in the comments went and said, 200 miles, that sucks, you're an idiot, you can only go 200 miles. The Model Y can go 330 miles on the 19-inch wheels and 318 miles on the 20-inch wheels, which is what I have. So when you're doing a trip in a Tesla, if it's beyond 300 miles, or really if it's beyond 250 miles, you're going to have to stop for a charge. Within that range, you're not going to have to stop for a charge because you're going to charge at home. I'll explain more on that in a little bit. Now, while you're on a Tesla road trip, me in this situation doing 2,000 miles across the country, Tesla's software is going to try to keep you between 20% and 80% while on your road trip, because those are the best for the battery, for longevity of the battery. Now, when you're in a gas-powered car, you're filling it up full and you're on your way, and that takes about 3 minutes to fill up your car. I went to Costco the other day, and I was like, let's see how long it takes to fill up the gas in my Porsche Macan. It took 3 minutes. Now, there were 2 cars in the spaces in front of me, so even waiting for them, it took me like 7 minutes and 46 seconds to be totally filled up. So driving a gas-powered car on a road trip is much quicker, and I'm also not telling anyone to buy an electric car. Gas cars are bad. I love them both. I just love cars in general. Any car that drives really well and is exciting, I'm going to be interested in it. So I'm not someone that's like, you have to drive an EV. EVs are That's not me. Now, everyone, in the comments, they make these assumptions. Now, additionally, in terms of charging, everyone's like, oh, I don't want to wait around and charge my car for 20 minutes, all this stuff. On a daily basis, not for road trips, when you pull in the garage and you come home, you plug your car in. Then you go to bed. And I set my max charge to 80% battery because filling it to 100% is not good for the health of the battery over time. Now, occasionally you can do this. On road trips, you can do this. You just don't want to be doing this every day if you don't have one of the LFP batteries. So at home, my rate is 14 cents per kilowatt hour. So on that same charge, that would have cost me $5.88 if I were filling up like I did in the viral video of me in Missouri. So you're only charged based on your usage, and in that case, if you're only charging at home, you're using this as a commuter car or using this only around town, it's going to be significantly cheaper. The other thing people talked about is maintenance costs. I've had this car for 50,000 miles. The only 3 things that I've had to do is I changed the windshield wipers, I changed the air filter in the car, I changed the tires on the car. Significantly less maintenance than any gas-powered car I've ever owned. Some people, for some reason, think that the maintenance on these is extremely high, but the reality for my situation, it's been significantly less than a gas-powered car. There were even certain people saying that, oh, I can't wait to tell my boss I was late for work because I had to charge my car. Again, what they're not understanding is you're not supercharging your car on the way to work. You're waking up and your car has already gone to the gas station overnight. And there's also a lot of paranoia in the comments about people saying, oh, the government's going to shut us down. If the power goes out, you cannot pump gas unless the gas station has a backup generator or some way to pump the gas. So if you had solar panels on your house and then you had like a power wall or some way to store that energy that the solar panels are drawing, you would be able to charge your car totally off grid and produce energy for yourself. So you would actually be ahead of the government if they shut the grid down for whatever reason. Also, this video is brought to you by INTOTHEAM.com. If you use code Gjeebs on INTOTHEAM.com, you will save an additional 10% on whatever sale they have going on. So this right here, the Electric Desert t-shirt, this is an ode to the electric car community. You can see you have the charger. You've got Spaceman. He's chilling. He's going to charge. He's chilling, though. He might talk to a farmer and talk to him about charging and have a great interaction on Mars. So they got the desert theme, the electric car theme that was into the AM and I because of the success we've had with our partnership over the past 2 years. They did this collaboration with me, and I think that's really cool. So go to INTOTHEAM.com. Their basic tees are extremely comfortable. Their print tees are extremely comfortable. I wear them all the time, and I only wear stuff on their website that I actually stand behind. I wear their stuff all the time. Very comfortable, fits nicely. Also, I'm giving away 2 of these charging cables. That's what I'm charging my phone with right now with PimpmyEV. They have a 90-degree, see this? Little 90-degree port, fits flush in the back of your car. So I'm going to be giving 2 of these away. To be entered, you have to be subscribed to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I will make sure to pick 2 people, and I'll send these out to you so you can use them in your Tesla or in your house or wherever you want. Now back to it. Sorry, bud. Yeah, we're going to go to the pet store, and we're going to get him some new kibble. There's a company called From, and that's apparently like a really healthy kibble. Kibble's terrible for your dogs. They can't digest it normally. We cook him turkey, broccoli, and then mix in his pet food. So that's information you didn't need to know. Let's get back to the notes, folks. Back at it again. The other thing that was concerning to me in this video is the absurd amount of people that said this interaction was so wholesome, and that's good. That's good. It was if anything, what I was most proud about in this video is I went viral for a positive reason, a positive interaction of 2 human beings just talking to each other, having a normal conversation. This is normal life. So if this seemed shocking to you that we didn't get in a crazy altercation, I talked with truck drivers, dump truck drivers, these people who I think were farmers. They're such nice, normal people. And they were just interested in how far can the car go? What's it cost to charge? And we talked, I could release, I guess, the full, like, unedited, we had like a 10-minute conversation at this stop. But if this seems shocking to you, that this was just a normal interaction, just go outside and go to the gas station, talk to someone pumping gas next to you. Like, everyone's generally in a good mood, and I think we need more human interaction. Join a sports league near you. You know, like, online is anonymous, so you can hide behind Mr. Refrigerator 24/7, like, and you can leave shitty comments on all these videos. That doesn't, I don't know, that's very unhealthy. That's why I try to stay away from the comments as much as possible, because it's people attacking me who don't know who I am in real life. I just make videos about cars, and then people, you know, in the comments say this guy is a puppet sheep. I'm just telling you what it's like driving this car. I'm not saying you should get it. I'm just telling you what it's like. So that was concerning, but I'm happy it was a positive interaction. And if you thought that was weird, you need to see more people in real life, interact with them in real life. Go play some golf and subscribe to Gjeebs Golf. The other thing constantly said was wait till you have to replace the battery. The reason this is being said is because there were several viral videos. Rich Rebuilds had one of them showing what a battery costs to replace on, I'm pretty sure it was a Model S, which was pretty old. So the car has a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty, the same as BMW. Additionally, there is an 8-year, 120,000-mile warranty on the battery and drive unit of the car. Now, the way that this is weighed is if the battery has less than 70% of its original capacity, then Tesla will replace that battery if it's before 8 years or before 120,000 miles. So that's the warranty on the car. Now, the reality of the situation is there is some validity to what they're saying. If you have to replace the battery in the car, I think the cost is between $15,000 and $20,000, and it depends on which model you actually have, S, X, 3, Y. the cost is going to vary between them. Now, hopefully over time, those costs are brought down, but I think these batteries are going to run up to 500,000 miles. There's proof of that already, and there's such little maintenance in that time that over that length of time, you're going to save money. Now, there's also the argument for the environment. What's better for the environment? Here's what I'll say. These cars up front currently cause a lot more harm to the environment. Tesla's environmental impact report says after you drive your car 5,800 miles, that's when you come into the green part of this car being better than a internal combustion engine. Also, these cars run far more efficiently than gas cars. So 20 to 30% of a gallon of gas propels you forward. The reason for this is because gas engines are extremely inefficient in comparison to electric vehicles because the engine has to stay cool. There's fans that are constantly running. Then you have the air conditioning. And when you're braking in a gas-powered car, there's no regenerative braking. So electric cars, on the other hand, 80% of the energy put into the car is used to propel the car forward. In that sense, electric vehicles are significantly more efficient, and over time you can see how they'd be more efficient for the environment. And people said, well, they're powered by coal plants. That's also true. Some of the energy comes from burning coal. But again, that coal that you're burning is used far more efficiently in an electric vehicle compared to a gas-powered car. And think about the destruction of pulling oil out of the earth and some of the terrible things that have happened of that over time. So the reality is, you can't play the morality police when it comes to buying a car. And people say, oh, I'm not buying a Tesla because of Elon Musk. Buy whatever car you like. And the other thing is, if you really want to be an environmentalist, you should walk, you should use your bicycle, and you should use public transportation. You shouldn't own a car. So you can't really play that game because there is no clean answer when it comes to any car. Another comment that I constantly saw, and again, this is because of other viral negative videos, is wait till the charging stations are down. There was a video that went viral of a charging site that apparently they didn't pay the lease on the land, so that the electricity was shut down and those Tesla chargers weren't working. I've been to 218 chargers, as I said earlier. In those 218 chargers, 0 have been down. 0. I've never gone to a charger and couldn't plug my car in to charge. Not once. I've been in cold situations, hot situations. I've been in... Now, what has happened is twice I've had to wait. I was at Oklahoma City and I think in Indio, California, in the Palm Springs area. So I've had to wait for 10 minutes before I was able to charge because there were a lot of people at those chargers. So that's really rare for me. And again, I've never gone to a charger that was down. Now, that's for Tesla. Electrify America, Blink, all these other third-party chargers do have those issues. So if you have a Hyundai Ioniq or a VW ID4 or something and you have to rely on the third-party charging network, you absolutely could run into those issues. And again, that's why Tesla has a huge competitive advantage because of the Tesla charging network. I think they are eventually going to open it up, but right now it's proprietary to only Tesla owners, and it is incredible, and that is why I think Tesla is so far ahead, not only with their battery technology, but because of the charging infrastructure that they had the foresight to install across the world. When I bought my Tesla, there were about 26,000 superchargers in the US. Now there's 40,000. So in under 3 years, they're coming close to doubling what they initially had. Now, another thing that I got lampooned for was at the very end of the video, I said, yep, and they just keep getting better.
They just keep getting better.
Now, overall, the video had a 98% like rating. So everyone liked the video, except for these people in the comments who are paranoid by the government. I don't understand what would trigger someone about me saying the cars keep getting better. So this is a 2020 Model Y. I just drove the 2023 Model Y. There's a faster processor in this 15-inch iPad that's mounted here. They have more sound deadening in the car, so it's quieter in the cabin. And the build quality tolerances overall are becoming tighter. Since I bought the car, only good things have happened. And additionally, with Teslas, because of the over-the-air updates, I'll get an update to my car that has added range to the car. It's changed how the air conditioning works. If I'm sitting here, it senses there's someone here, and there's just a little poodle here who doesn't need air conditioning. It senses that I'm here, and it will save energy by not letting those fans run. Now, you can click the button and let them run, but the software updates that have happened over time have only made this car better. And the new models are also getting better. So I'm not sure why that triggered people, but it did, so I wanted to address it. People said it was powered by coal, and I said, clean coal, okay? But again, yeah, using that energy more efficiently. There were comments about it not working in the cold. There is some truth to that. Not that it doesn't work, but the range is significantly decreased. These cars are incredible. The all-wheel drive, even the rear-wheel drive models, are incredible in the snow as far as handling because the center of gravity is really low. I was stuck in a really bad snowstorm in this, and the roads were ice. There's about 6 inches of snow on the road. It was incredible how well this car handled that. So it can handle the snow, it can charge in the snow. Now the charging speeds again can be reduced because maybe the battery is cold and it can't achieve peak charging. But overall, you'll be able to charge your car, you'll be able to drive it in snow. And again, you're gonna be charging this car at home most of the time, I hope, and just driving back and forth to work and doing things around town. So road trips are extreme situations, but again, you should be fine. Just know that the range can be reduced in cold weather. The other thing everyone said is time is money, charging is taking too long. Everyone in the comments must be Jeff Bezos because time is money, they're billionaires. So what I'd like to say about that is, again, if you're just using this around town, time is money. So you'll never have to go to a gas station again because you'll be charging at home. So you're actually gonna save time because you don't have to go in for oil changes and things like that. All you have to do is tire rotations. And if you wanted, you could just do those in your garage. Some people also just don't like Teslas. That's whatever. I guess I can't argue that. Just don't like them. They cost too much. I agree. In terms of buying this to save money, you would have to keep the car for like, who knows, 10 to 15 years, which most people aren't going to do. So in terms of saving money, I can't argue with that because you could buy a car for $20,000. You could buy a Honda Civic or a Toyota Corolla or something like that. And it is going to take you so many years of pumping gas, even the gas and maintenance costs, to get up to the $47,000 entry-level price of getting into a Tesla Model 3. It's going to take you years of pumping gas to get up to that point. So again, I'm not telling you to go buy a Tesla. This is the future. They are going to be in the future, and we're moving towards electric cars completely. It's not going to happen by 2030. I can promise you that. But it is much cheaper to buy a gas car and run that as opposed to buying an electric car. Just the cost over time, it doesn't add up. And what Tesla has successfully done and why all these companies are now paying attention to electric cars is they've made them a fun, exciting car to drive. The Nissan Leaf's been around since like 2012. And the reason that hasn't caused any excitement is because it's a boring car to drive. It's not exciting. It's not that good looking. If you want to drive to the grocery store and back and that's the only route you're ever going to have to take, then it's great. It's not an exciting car. And Tesla made something that's fast, shiny, updates, and is really exciting to drive, has a great sound system, infotainment system. So it's something people desire and want to drive, and that's why they've been successful, along with the excellent charging network. Another interesting thing was it tells you where to go and how long to charge for. So if piece of junk GoPro got too hot. It's 67 degrees outside. How are you too hot? Now, as far as the car telling you where to charge and for how long, that's extremely convenient. So if I want to go to Miami, Florida from here, I type it into the navigation, my route is not going to differ from a gas-powered car. And a lot of the times, 90% of the time, the chargers are at gas stations or hotels that are right off the interstate that you're driving on. Hey, we're almost done. The video's almost done, okay? And we're gonna get you treats. Okay. People again, oh, the government is attached to the car. Don't growl. It's okay. He's a subscriber. So the car is not telling me where to go and where I can go on my trips. It's simply telling me where I need to go to charge the car, and you're back on the road. So again, don't worry about that. There's chargers, 40,000 chargers all over the country. You're gonna be fine. Your route generally is not going to change. Tesla also, for its owners, this is really cool. If you own a Tesla, you'll get sent an email and you get votes of where you want new superchargers to be added. You get 5 votes and you're able to vote on where you want the new superchargers to be added. And I think that's really cool. As an owner, you have influence on where the new chargers get to be added. Now, the other thing this made me do is think about why I initially bought my Tesla. The reason was I was a medical device sales rep and I was driving a Focus ST at the time that was a manual transmission. And for all the mileage I was doing, I was getting paid per mile, and charging costs essentially nothing when you're charging at home. So I was able to get a car that was really fast, really spacious, great technology, great to listen to podcasts as I'm on the road doing 3,000 miles a month, with cheaper efficiency and running costs, all while having a great supercharger network that I've previously discussed in this video 1,000 times. I also did see one comment of the 30,000, there's always one, and it said, is it true that EVs need gas to power them in case they run out of electricity? We'll answer, let's be nice. Let's be nice. No, electric vehicles do not need gas in any way. Now, the most liked comment on this video had 449,000 likes, and it just said that this is how true Southerners are, not the trash that the media shows. And again, this is true. The media and YouTube and everything has to be extreme to get views, to have eyeballs on it, which brings in advertisers. So extremes are always going to be showed. Luckily, this was not what that was. It was just a common interaction, and it went viral, I think, because people thought it was going to be negative, but then it was just a nice conversation, and everyone loved that to end 2022. Yeah, you got to have normal interactions on a daily basis. That'll give you a better view of society, because online can be dark at times. And the second most liked comment, 110,000 likes, was it was odd to see a normal conversation like this again. Now, if you want to see the full video of this, you're going to want to watch this video right here that shows the full context of the video. It shows me kind of filming and then how they walked up and we just had our interaction. This is a good video. It's a road trip video, and it shows the full interaction of me and the farmer and the Tesla. Thank you for watching. Click this video.